Hello, dear viewer. Today I'm going to be talking about uh, how nationalists can prepare for the elections in 2025. Let's begin. Hello, welcome to Global Nationalism. I am a global nationalist. I support nationalism in my country, India, and in all countries around the globe. Today I'm going to be talking about what I think nationalists should plan for in this year of 2025, what elections there are, and how nationalists can win them. And yeah, I want to start by saying Happy New Year to my viewers. I hope you have a good year ahead, and that I think nationalists should prepare for the year and make sure that we win as many elections as possible this year. With that out of the way, let's get started. Here are the elections coming up. Africa. The 2025 Egyptian parliamentary election is taking place. This is an election is different than the presidential election which happened last year, which Sisi won. I think this election is important because if a pro peace party wins, then it'll help Egypt negotiate between Israel and Palestine to come to a peaceful settlement. Otherwise, if stick towards either country, then it will continue the conflict, which was not beneficial to either Israel or Palestine, in my opinion. The other election in Africa is the election of the African Union Commission chairperson. The Commission chairperson is the leader of the African Union, and the election will be held in February 2025. The AU Assembly will elect the chair by secret ballot. The candidates are Muhammad Ali Yusuf, who is the Foreign Minister of Djibouti, and Raila Odinga, a former AU High Representative for Infrastructure Development and former Prime Minister of Kenya, and Richard Randriamandrato, former Foreign Minister of Madagascar. This election is important because if the if a good candidate wins, then they can help Africa grow. Right now, it's the chairperson will be from the eastern parts countries of Africa, and so hopefully the new chairperson can increase investments into East Africa and help that part of the continent grow. And I'll be discussing that election in my channel. Americas, the Argentine legislative election that is held on 26th October. Half of the seats in the Chamber of Deputies and a third of the seats in the Senate will be elected. These midterm elections will be the first during the presidency of Javier Milei. La Libertad Avanza seeks to become an official party in preparation of these elections. I am a supporter of Javier Milei, and this is what the opinion polls say. His party, La Libertad Avanza, is leading in most of them, or except a few where the UP party is either tied or leading them. So I hope that this can continue and that they win. And I'll make videos analyzing this election as it comes closer, and I'll try to give my support to Lay. Canada, can the Canadian federal election? must be held by 20th October. This election is to elect members of the House of Commons to the 45th Canadian Parliament. The date of the vote is determined by the fixed date provisions of the Canada Elections Act, which requires federal elections to be held on the third Monday in October in the fourth calendar year after the polling day of the previous election. The current government bill proposes to postpone the date to October 27, 2025 to avoid conflict with Diwali. I do not think that's appropriate. Um, just because a religious group is celebrating a festival doesn't mean that the entire country has to change the date of its election. That's not fair to others. And Justin Trudeau is the prime minister. He's the leader of the Liberal Party. Pierre Poilievre is the leader of the Conservative Party. And Bloc Québécois is also the third party, and there are others like Jagmeet Singh, the New Democratic Party, the Green Party, and Maxime Bernier. I hope that the Conservative Party wins. I think that that'll they can hopefully stop the illegal immigration that's occurring into Canada. They can reduce legal immigration, deport immigrants who have entered illegally or have overstayed their visas. But I'm not fully confident with them. I think that they're very mild and moderate and won't make any substantial changes. But I think the People's Party of Canada, led by Maxime Bernier, can do that. And I hope that they align with the Conservative Party. I think that would be the best solution. But if not, then I hope that this People's Party can get some seats so that if the Conservatives win and become vacillative and don't implement their policies properly, the People's Party can impose pressure on them within Parliament. But ultimately, I want Trudeau to lose. The Liberals have to lose. Then there is the United States elections. These are gubernatorial elections and state legislative elections. Um, Two states will hold gubernatorial elections: New Jersey and Virginia. And New Jersey, the governor is a two-time term Democrat, Phil Murphy, and Virginia is a one-term Republican, Glenn Youngkin, and both of these are term limited in 2025. I hope that the Republicans can keep Virginia's and uh, that'll help make it easier for Republicans to win the state in the 2028 election. And as for New Jersey, I know that the Republican Party is trying to expand there, although it's a Democratic voting state. If they can win this election, then it makes it easier for them to win 2028. But I'm really confident that they can do that. There's elections in India. There's a Lok Sabha by-election. Only one. One is from Basirhat, West Bengal. The party in power is the Trinamool Congress. I hope that BJP puts some uh, one in against the candidate from TMC in this position. And I hope they win, but I doubt it. Bengal will be a very hard place for BJP to win, but they have to try because the Bengal election is happening in 2026 and BJP must win that. And if they can get one victory in a by election, then it'll help them get momentum for the state election. The legislative assembly elections, the Aam Aadmi Party is ruling in Delhi. That's the first election. And I just hope that Congress doesn't win. I doubt BJP can win Delhi, but as long as Congress doesn't do well, doesn't get like more than 10 seats, then that will diminish the Congress and prevent, and it will make the Aam Aadmi Party reluctant to join with the Congress in an alliance in the national election 2029. And uh, yeah, that'll make it easier for BJP to win in Bihar. BJP and JDU have to win. I really, really hope that they can keep that state in their grasp because then that gives the almost entire North India under control of the BJP, which will help them develop this region. Legislative Assembly by-elections. Yeah, Gujarat, this isn't good. There shouldn't be an AAP MLA in Gujarat. BJP has to win this seat. Jammu and Kashmir, I uh, doubt that the BJP can win in Kashmir and Budgam, but in Nagrota, I think that they have a chance to win. They should keep that seat. And Omar, even if the Jammu and Kashmir National Conference wins this seat, I don't mind as because once again it will weaken Congress. So yeah, that's my hope for the elections in India is that Congress does not win any or wins very few to prevent it from reviving in any way. The Philippine general elections 12th May. During this midterm election, winners take office midway the term of President Bongbong Marcos. All 317 seats in the House of Representatives and 12 of the 24 seats in the Senate will be contested to form the 20th Congress of the Philippines. I hope Bongbong Marcos's party wins. That will prevent it because when he was running, the globalist machinery was against him. They did not want him to win, so that makes me view that he is not a globalist, and so him being in power prevents Philippines from coming under their control, helps to maintain its sovereignty. Democratic Union doesn't come to power. I hope that, uh, and basically, they should not. The government should not be in a position. Whoever wins should not be in a position to continue the Ukraine war. I think AFD is the best party to end Germany's involvement in that war, but I just don't know if they can win. I think it's too difficult, even though they are gaining in the polls. Romania. Romania's presidential election in 2025 is happening in 2025. You know, should have happened in 2024 because the Supreme Court held that the candidate of one of the candidacy of one of the candidates was unlawful. And I hope that he can manage to participate in the election again and win it because he, like the AFD in Germany, has said that he wants to end Romania's support for Ukraine, the war. He doesn't want the war to continue. Russian elections, 14 September, is the election to the State Duma and some governorships in Russia. This will show how popular Putin is in Russia if his party can win, and it'll show what Russians are thinking of the Ukraine war. Oceania, Australian federal election. The Labour government is in parties in power, and the Liberal National Coalition is in the opposition. And opinion polling shows that the Liberals are growing in support while Labour is losing, which was great. I think that'll help if liberals win, they will adopt a policy that is uh, more nationalistic, or actually they're just normal conservatives. They're not nationalists when man means, but they will be stricter with China. They won't allow China to uh, be aggressive in the South China Sea to take over some of their infrastructure. They'll want more independence from China, which will prevent China from being too imperialistic, which will help maintain security in the Indo-Pacific region. So yeah, I hope the liberals win. I yeah want nationalists to do well this year. It's an important year. We did well last year. Trump came back, thank God, and Modi was re-elected, and Farage did well. His party gained some seats in the UK, and the EU saw elections, saw right-wing nationalist parties grow. So there's one was support and movement in 2024, and we need to keep that momentum up in 2025 and have more wins. I will be supporting any nationalist party or candidate in any of these elections that I mentioned. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Please share your thoughts in the comment section. If you want to see my previous video, click here. If you want to see the sources I use for this video, click the link in the description below. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.